Mad Dog 6. That's your two-way sports talk telephone number on a busy afternoon. We go to Art in L.A., Glendale, and he says hello first. Art, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What's going on?
Hey, how about those Celtics, Chris, huh?
Yeah, I know, Art. What a job. And they're a big underdog in this next series, which I'm a little surprised about.
Yeah, but they're a bigger underdog against the Sixers than against the Cavs.
Well, you know what? Because they're waking up a little bit. Vegas. They realized that they made they took a bath, I would think, in the Sixers series, in which they were a minus 440. It's just ridiculous to give the team with home court and Stevens and that 4 or 5 guys that kind of advantage. Now, I thought Philly was going to beat Boston too, but I thought it'd be a great series. I underestimated Brown and I underestimated the inexperience with the 2 big guys on Philly. But, this would be a hell of a series. This is a toss-up series there, Art. You can take a run at the Celtics. It's a toss-up series.
I've been something fun. I want to talk the Warriors and the Rockets. I think it's going to be 3-1 Warriors coming back to, and I don't think they'll take it off. They'll want to wrap it up at home. That's the only way it goes 6. I don't think the Rockets. I just don't. The way they've been playing. Utah gave him pretty good. Mitchell played pretty well. He outscored him in the third quarter. You can't let that happen in the playoffs.
Well, again, if you're basing it on what you've seen so far, Golden State, it was far more impressive against the Pelicans than Houston was against Utah. I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Houston lost the game at home, did not play that well in Game 5. Utah had a couple of guys banged up, including Exum, who didn't play the last game and a half, and they also didn't have Rubio the whole series. And they had to work pretty hard to get by him. So I would agree that's a very tricky series, Artie, to think Golden State's going to win. You're 100% right on. I think Houston's going to win. You're 100% right.
I like the Warriors by tonight. I think Houston's, 1?
They're favored. Houston's favored in the game.
Oh, I got to take the Warriors. I think they're going to get the jump.
Yeah, I could see that. I was a little surprised by that, too. Jimmy in Cleveland already gets us started. Jimmy, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What's going on?
Hey, Chris, some Boston Yankee thing and then something about the Cavs, about the game last night. Total panic move by Cora. That's what that was, bringing in Kimbrel. And
I wouldn't have done it. I do not bring my closer in on the road in the 8th inning where the tying runs on third base with less than 2 out, because if he ties the game up, and he gets an out, and they tie the game up, the closer doesn't help you to win the game. So, to me, I know he's looking for a strikeout. Gardner is a tough son of a gun who's going to make contact in that spot. Now, I did not like that job by Cora. Cora's going to make errors. He's in a big market. His team's got some flaws in it. It's not a push-button team. They got a lot of square pegs for round holes. Remember, Ramirez at first base. Bradley can't hit. They got some issues. Price. So, he's going to be tested all year long with this team. 100%. Go ahead.
Yeah, and especially against Gardner, as you said, that's not the guy you want to bring a guy into, especially how feisty he is. John Sterling lost his mind during that game. You should look up some highlights.
We want to find that. We should look for that right now. Sterling's calls on the Gardner triple and the home run by Judge, and maybe a Yankee win, which would be nice. Yeah. Good job on that point. What else you got for me? Go ahead.
So as far as the upcoming series, I would also like to say, to paraphrase, to use a Chris Russo line. Could Joel Embiid shut up a little bit? This guy, he has something to say about everything, and I'm glad he's gone because I can't take what he has to offer.
Well, what did he say recently here? Yeah. I lost it.
There's always something. There's always some line that's coming out of his Twitter account or he's always being quoted and he's just spouting off. He's got a big mouth and, I can't take him too much. But as far as the Cavs and the Celtics are concerned, Stevens, if we're going to go coaches, we are done because Ty Lue is one of the worst I've ever seen. But I would also say that, Ty Lue did push some good buttons against Toronto with regard to Tristan Thompson, Chetty Osman, and just some of the rotations that he was doing. So if he keeps Thompson, Osman, and Kevin Love actually goes down to the block, I don't see where Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or any of those guys can guard him on the block. And then we're basically left asking the question, can LeBron cancel out their big scores like he did with Lowry and DeRozan. I think he can do it. I think it's going to be a tough series. It's 7 games, but you can't bet against LeBron even if you have the superior coach.
Listen, I understand that. Here is the fascinating thing about this series that you like, if you think it's going to be a long series. Normally, the best player in the league in these spots has the advantage of the 7th game in his building. Jordan. He used it to his advantage twice against the Knicks in Indiana. Normally, he's got that deciding game in his building. LeBron does not. He does not. Now, he's done well in Boston. He killed them last year. But if they get to a game 7 in this series, which is certainly possible, Boston's better than they were last year at this time. Boston right now is a better team than they were last year. They're a better team. I know there's no Avery Bradley and Isaiah Thomas, but he was a little banged up and a little worn out. This is a better basketball team right now. If he plays a game 7 this year, that building and that city in a game 7 is going to wash LeBron out. This is going to be, forget the West. Now, they're playing for second place. But this is going to be a superb Eastern Conference final. Zig, we're going to have you all day. I just hit 3:30, so let's change the pace. Winnipeg or Nashville?
Got a coin, Chris?
You think it is a toss?
Oh, absolutely it is. I mean, if you look at the last 4 games, they've alternated wins. And Nashville has done the shutdown thing in Winnipeg. Winnipeg's outscored them in Nashville, so you don't know what to think.
So you think a dead even? You like Tampa to beat the Caps?
A slight lean there, yeah.
Slight lean. All right, who do you like in a Vegas? Who does Vegas want to win tonight? Who they match up better than? Winnipeg or Nashville?
I would say Winnipeg, yeah. Because then they could play more of their defensive style to clamp down on Line A and company.
All right, so you think Nashville? You don't think they want Nashville? You think Vegas wants Winnipeg tonight? We'll get Colin's thought on this game 7 and EJ Raddick a little bit later on.
Oh, great!
So we'll look forward to that. Here's our good buddy Zig.